This morning we did a little pre-purple partying in Taylor, Mississippi, just outside of Oxford. It is a small but quickly growing town. And it's quickly growing because it turns out there's a housing crisis everywhere, including Oxford, Mississippi. So they are having to expand. But I was able to achieve what I hoped, or at least start to achieve that, which is talk to lots of different people with lots of different perspectives and backgrounds, and not just from Los Angeles and not just from California 34, to understand places where we agree and where we disagree. I think, and I'll give a deeper dive later into individual stories, but some of the quick takeaways were, except for the couple MAGA people that I spoke to, everyone across the political spectrum pretty much seems to agree that the two-party system does not serve us well. So this includes people who have been lifelong Democrats who have felt the Democratic Party has abandoned them, and people who once considered themselves solidly Republican who feel like they no longer have a home. And they kind of all agree, like, well, what are we going to do? And so they're excited about a run like mine, and as I told them, there are others who are running across the country as nonpartisan and as independents and as unaffiliated. It's not necessarily easy to do here in Mississippi, but again, it gives people hope that we can change the system. I think the other big thing that stood out was two of the big issues that everyone had are the ones that we hear in California 34 around healthcare and how much the wealthy don't pay in taxes. Healthcare, it's a pretty interesting conversation because there's a lot of people who still have that idea that tax funded means that you're giving something to someone else who doesn't deserve it, versus the idea that tax funded means, no, it's taxpayer funded and you are a taxpayer and you should be demanding the best from the money that you give to the government and prioritize that spending. On the not spending side, but on the raising money side, again, except for the MAGA, there was a broad belief across the political spectrum, including someone who used to work way up high for a really important elected official here in Mississippi. There was broad concern a way our tax system works today and how it only gives the power to the wealthy, and that a lot of the crises that we face in this country are not so much on how we spend our money, but on how we tax our money and how we let a small and even smaller group of people decide who gets to have money and who doesn't. So those are just some of the quick few learnings. Like I said, I'll deep dive later, and we're about to have the actual Purple Party, and I'll have more updates after that. No fear, only love.